Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again today for more of our Essen Bonanza Explosion Blog coverage. We're live at Essen 2019.
This is not Essen.
Origins 2019. I'm here with my good friend Adam.
Hey.
And we are going to be talking today about the upcoming, hopefully, they say Essen release, Sanctum from CGE. This is for 2 to 4 players. Age is 12 plus. It's going to take about 90 minutes to play. We didn't get to play the whole game. We only got to demo it, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But they pitched it as Diablo the board game. And essentially how it worked is we're all competitively going through this dungeon. We're essentially pushing monsters so they come attack us. We're going after treasure. We're gaining loot. We're upgrading our loot. It felt very Diablo-esque. And it had a really cool system where if you were going to jump over, you would jump over somebody else, and then you could get to the treasure chest and you'd draft stuff. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so you roll dice to fight monsters, and when you beat the monsters, you get loot. You get, chest piece or swords or whatever, and you kind of know, like there's a little indicator as to what you're going for when you choose the different monsters to fight. You can then use these tokens to adjust the amount that you rolled on the dice, and to prevent yourself from dying by using your armor. And it's a really neat mechanism. Some of the things, like there's like circular ones that can come back that you can use over and over again, and then there are little cubes that every time you use them it goes away. So you're one time use, you got to be pretty wary about using those.
But you also, as you level up by defeating monsters, you gain more gems, you gain more cubes, you gain more of that. And that was something I really thought was cool about the game, was it had a really nice player area. Like everything, and once you knew what was going on, it was very nice, it was clean, it was clear. You had your inventory over here, which I really like how they did that. That was kind of a retro feel there, which I thought was really neat.
I enjoyed the way it was set up, because it made it very clear as to what went where, and very clean setup on it.
This the name of this game, though. You're thinking like brawling and battling and fighting. It's really dice manipulation. Like that felt like part of the heart of the game, because you're gonna be rolling dice over and over and over again when you're fighting stuff, and you're not gonna be hitting the numbers you want. So you can pay your cubes and your stones to manipulate the dice, and that's what a lot of the gear did, was specifically manipulating dice. I think a good chunk of it did. Yeah. Now this is kind of interesting. We only got to play the first 2 rounds of it. Apparently you go through 7 rounds. But the reason why we didn't get to do that was because the game doesn't have an end yet.
So it was the prototype.
It was.
It was not a finished.
But they're hoping to release it at Essen,
which I think is unrealistic.
I mean,
considering they were like, oh, you can't go all the way to 7 because they don't know how the game is going to end.
And that could just be the person that we were talking to, like being a couple steps behind what's actually happening. Okay. This could already be to the printer, and they might already have it. It's just they don't have a copy of it. So this is all speculative based on what one person told us.
Yeah. Who was a volunteer.
Yeah. So this is by no means fact, but we're pretending.
From what we played, it was had some gaps.
Yeah. The other thing that I thought was really interesting was they don't know what happens when you die. You only have 1 health point too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, yeah.
So
if
you get hit, you die. Oh well. So you can mitigate the damage by using your tokens on your armor and stuff. But as soon as you run out of that, he was like, you just get to start over.
It would be highly unlikely you did it unless you were just being dumb.
Yeah.
The other really cool aspect that I wanted, before we get into our opinions, was I really like the town. I like the idea that one of the actions you could take was going into the town, and you could sell some of your stuff and put on your armor and whatnot, and you could buy some different things.
Well, I don't know if you looked at it, but there were like some other things going on in the town that you could do that he didn't even mention.
Oh, I know there's potions, there's red potions, blue potions. Okay, so that's the general gist. It did, I think, felt Diablo-y, the board game.
Oh yeah, what they had was amazing.
So what did you think about it?
I thought it was fantastic. Like, I really hope that the rest of the game matches what they've already done, because then it'll be an amazing game. But not knowing what that is, It's hard to really have an opinion about it at this point.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna go fantastic, but I think it was great. I thought this game has the potential to be very great with a lot of cool stuff. But I think a lot of it's going to hinge on the rule book because the board was just the setup time on this is going to be pretty hefty.
That's true.
Because your track over here, you have to like specifically put a gem here and a blue thing here and a this there
And a white one and a red one and a blue one.
So the rules have got to be good, but if they are, I think this could be a great game. I think this could be a big hit. I think this could be the game that you can say, "Oh, dude, you like Diablo? Try this. I know you're not into board games, but you love it." Like, I think they could definitely pitch it like that because it does feel like Diablo the board game. I'm excited to see what happens with this, to see how the death system works in the 7 rounds. But yeah, I'm definitely solo. I think it's a really cool game.
Yeah, I definitely want to try it when it's finished.
So that is Sanctum from CG, one we're definitely excited to try again. If it looks like it might be your cup of tea, be sure to check that one out. If you're enjoying what we're doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, click on that little Amazon Associates link down below. So buy anything on Amazon, like a chocolate fountain, throws a couple pennies my way. And in the comments below, let me know, what's the closest you've ever been to jail?
Oh, God. Nowhere near.
Okay. I've been in jail. Like not like speeding or anything? Like where you went
I
100?
don't take you to jail for speeding. Yeah, I've gotten speeding tickets before.
Well, I mean, what, like peeing outside? I mean, that's illegal.
I have peed outside, yes.
But
Like
what's the most illegal
human
thing you've
beings.
done? Because
What's the most illegal thing I've done? I have a job.
Yeah, good point. Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.